Welcome to the Enhanced Operative Division. I am your assigned handler and support agent. We're going to be fast friends, I have no doubt. Back when I was a field agent, we had to pick things up the old-fashioned way, fumbling for it after our third martini. I find testing your spine to be an absolute joy, don't you? Now that we're finished with calisthenics, it seems you have a grip on those controls. Good. Now, I don't normally condone the use of fire indoors, but what the hell? While holding the target with the grip button, press the A button to hover it above the very real plant to your left. Don't just drop it. Well done. I wish we could afford real plants, but our dry martini budget is disproportionate to, well, everything else. Let's try one more if you're feeling frisky. Now, there's only one thing we do to targets around here. Well, two if you count placing them. You're in tip-top shape. I dare say we could double your workload, but we'd never do that. Would we? No. Well, we're calling this mission Operation Friendly Skies. I hope you like cars and airplanes, and cars in airplanes. Our intel assures us Zor's car is equipped to handle a fall from any height, so we're almost positive you won't die.
Oh, the old ticking bomb. I'm partial to plastic explosives myself, but you must respect the classics. I believe defusing bombs is covered in basic training, yes? No ticking is good ticking, as they say. Now, can we please focus on getting the car out of the plane? I've seen you do many creative things with a knife, but I don't think turning screws will be among them. A bit unconventional, but then again, convention never was your strong suit. You'd better drive the car off the plane before something else explodes.
You'll pick that up later, I'm sure.
You know, smoking may cause a slow and painful death. A little early to celebrate, don't you think? That will teach Zor to use his car as a piggy bank.
I see you brought back some explosive souvenirs. Nothing wrong with that, I suppose. Keep it up. We finished dissecting Zor's car, and only 2 technicians died in the process. A new record. A few of Zor's car phone messages were from the head of a pharmaceutical company that produces lady shampoo. I hope they have plenty on hand, because things are about to get hairy. And dirty. Thus the need for the shampoo. We believe Zoraxis is creating a deadly supervirus. We know Zor wants revenge on the agency, but this is a tad extreme. Get into that lab, and I'll walk you through making an antivirus.
Full disclosure, Agent, I don't really know how to make an antivirus. However, Sean in HR says you tested well in chemistry, so give it a go. Save millions of lives, and don't blow yourself up. Agent, you've been spotted. Quick, act naturally. All clear. They bought the window washer routine. It seems you have a job if this whole secret agent thing falls through.
They ran off. I always knew you were intimidating. It's your stoic silence.
Perhaps when you're done there, you can come clean my office. We really should ask laser manufacturers to stop selling to obviously insidious individuals. I thought the sandwich was fine as it was. You're awfully picky, Agent.
That's a fine airplane, Agent. But don't forget to save the world. A bit of bad news. Your test scores for window washing came back. It seems breaking a window is generally frowned upon while washing it. But hey, what's a broken window to saving 500,236 lives? Quite a bit, actually. It's coming out of your paycheck. While not discreet, you did get the job done. Though I suppose discretion went out the window with Zor's explosive dirigible over the Caymans last year. The prettiest explosions are always the messiest. But this is no vacation. I already told you we can't afford that. We find those things at the bottom of the ocean all the time. The people inside are usually pretty dead. I hate to say I told you so. No, wait, I love to say that. I told you so, Agent, but your love of escape pods clearly clouded your judgment. Well, don't ask me why submarine coordinates lead to the mountains. I couldn't even begin to want to understand it. Moving that bear's arm may give you pause, Agent, but it won't stop Zor. Nicely done. There's nothing like an explosive finish to foil a villain's plans once and for all.
That fits well. You and Zor must have heads of similar size. That's a, fun fact. I've always found animals in clothing to be simply unbearable.
I'm holding you accountable if we get called back here to investigate reports of flying saucers.
I've noticed you can't resist burning most things you find. To be honest, it's an unsettling quality. It's fine. I won't reprimand you for destroying a decanter of 16-year-old single malt scotch. It doesn't bother me.
It turns out we don't have the budget to hand out lodges all willy-nilly. Still, though, well done.
I have good news, Agent. As everyone knows, you are my third favorite field operative, and as such, I managed to find some money in the budget for that vacation you always mention after nearly dying. Now, because I have a passing fondness for you, I've booked you on a luxurious train ride across India. Indeed, my fleeting appreciation for you knows no bounds. Enjoy the views and the first-class treatment. Honestly, I'm quite jealous. But some of us have to keep the world safe while you're off gallivanting across India. Enjoy your vacation.
Oh, how I do enjoy leaving phone messages. Since this is an unsecured line, here's a clever little riddle. Buttons on the wall. Light them up, but not them all. Clues I've left, there are 4. Each one found reveals a door. I just came up with that.
Well done. I have a small favor to ask that has nothing to do with work. This is a vacation, after all. It's quite the coincidence that you'd both be on the same train. Really, what are the chances? Look at that. A free gift. I couldn't be more jealous of all the fun you're having. I can't believe it. They killed her. Get that device open, Agent. Perfect. We're receiving the data. Transmitting it has apparently alerted Zor's assassins to your position. Good for them. The old gun through the mail slot trick. I used to do that at the office when I was an agent. I was asked to stop. The old spear through the ceiling trick. Never got a chance to do that one at the office. We're using agency funds to pay Zor's assassins now. I suppose it's better than you literally burning it. That's why I always say roofs are dangerous. Stun grenades. Honestly, I am amazed that worked. If the flames erupting from that engine are any indication, I'd say that plane's not going to make it. Bullets before breakfast, Agent. Just like Nana always said. We've received reports of a low-flying aircraft in your area. Pilots these days, don't they know that could be dangerous? Just like in the movies. Remarkable.
Yes, that did count as your vacation, and you just used all of your days. Welcome back. Retrieve information on the death engine and get out alive. Good luck. Well done sneaking in. Not that I worry about Zor's collection, but do try not to make too much noise. You were Zor all along. Seriously, though, remember what you're after, Agent. It's the death engine. Oh, plugging the B. Opening. Very clever indeed. The purring of a combination lock mechanism. Unmistakable. Sometimes I do miss field work. After what that bull's been through, it could likely use that cigar. Interesting thought. Not exactly a green thumb, are you? Outstanding work, Agent. Our extraction team is standing by as you figure out how to land your flying armchair. Well done retrieving the death engine intelligence, Agent. Now, we just have to wait for it to be Now, it's already in the door slot. Looks like the team in decryption is taking their job seriously, unlike someone I know. You took a pass-fail elective in astronomy, yes? Well, I hope you passed. When I said infiltrate, I didn't think you'd hijack a personnel shuttle. I'm impressed. Is that a countdown I'm hearing? What could... Agent, are you there? Come in, Agent. Hang in there if you can hear me. We're closing in on the crash site. Well, Agent, you've finally done it. You're dead. At least officially. It was an easy sell. There was really no way you should have survived. What is your secret? I dare say it was a close call for us down here as well. Still, all's well that ends well. Though I must confess, I really did expect you to die.
I know this van isn't as luxurious as your old office, but we can't let Zoraxis know you survived your last mission. You've got a knack for putting a wrench in Dr. Zor's plans, so Zoraxis employees may not react kindly if they recognize you. On the bright side, now you've got a mini-fridge. As usual, Zoraxis Corporation is up to something vile and nefarious. Now, your briefing materials should be arriving any second. Where's that blasted courier? Aha! Speak of the devil. Take the cartridge from the tray on your right and load it gently into the cartridge viewer in front of you. My instincts say Zoraxis will try something there, and my instincts are only wrong about half the time.
Oh, and the event is hosted by Hollywood actor John Juniper. Oh, I'm such a fan. His performance in Marigolds Are Forever was so... Excuse me. Let's get you undercover so we can figure out what Zoraxis is up to. Marigolds are forever. My instincts were right. This place is crawling with Zoraxis operatives. I managed to snag a ticket to the show, so I'll keep an eye on the Prime Minister. You know, for a man who could launch 50 nukes with the push of a button, he's much more grandfatherly than I expected. That's John Juniper in the flesh. Oh, Agent, well, I'm sure you can handle things from here. Oh, I do not like the look of that mask, Agent. Those are Zoraxis-trained operatives. It's them or you, Agent.
Well, you did it. The Prime Minister's safe, and I hope John Juniper got out too. Although, well, something feels off. That stage manager, the fabricator, well, she's a nasty piece of work, but she doesn't usually take center stage in Zoraxis plans. Very strange.
Our team has been doing routine follow-ups with the cast and crew of the play. And, well, check your briefing. You're not going to believe this. Well, lucky you. A ride on a private jet and a meeting with John Juniper when you get to Europe. Find out what he knows. I'm going to see if headquarters will let me come along. It's not fair you're the only one who gets to meet John Juniper. I had no small part in thwarting the theater attack, you know. The head office really doesn't understand the complexities.
Oh, yes, hello, Mr. Juniper. We're, well, that is to say, I'm sending an agent to your plane, as you requested. We'll get to the bottom of this, don't you worry. Yes, we're the best in the business. The secret agent business. Yes, thank you very much.
Just... there, yes. Is this working? Agent, what's happening? Wait, you're heading to a Zoraxis airbase. I don't like the sound of that. Okay, I can help here. Let's see. Reroute the plane to somewhere safe. Here. Yes, I just got you clearance at the agency airport in Lisbon. You're welcome. Okay, let me see. Warning. High voltage may cause instant death. Yes, let's skip to the important part. That's a little obtuse. Why use symbols at all? Remove both cards. Now snap one card into place next to a symbol with a circle thingy in the middle, and no light next to it. Locate the serial number on the panel above the memory cards. It just says here to set the slider to the number in the 11th digit. It doesn't say where the slider is, what the slider is, why the serial number reference at all. Alright, place the last card next to the slot with a symbol that looks like a spider? Or possibly an ant. Never meet your heroes, Agent. Now, chin up. We're almost through this. Good. Set all the needles to green. Kind of like that alien we met with the Russians last never mind. Never speak of that to anyone. Flip the switches with symbols that look like, top hats.
Only slide open dispenser on left wing, while safely on the ground.
Or dangerously in the air.
Agent, I don't know what to... I mean, John Juniper. The John Juniper tried to kill you. Oh, for the love of... He's nothing sacred.
Let's see. So Juniper's been working with the fabricator. As you saw at the theater, she builds, well, call them luxury death traps for Zoraxis. We've left her alone because, frankly, she's very good at her job. This is the place. So, if you can disarm the security system, we can sneak in and figure out what Juniper is doing for Zoraxis. See if you can get down there without tripping any alarms. If I were you, I'd start by turning off those lasers. Agent, I'm tossing down a flashlight. Excellent work. She might have something in her desk. Can you get it open? Ah, perfect. Let's see. The fabricator's been making these masks, and Juniper's been using them to impersonate heads of state. But why? Perhaps the desk has more details on their plan. Oh no. He's impersonating heads of state to get to their nuclear codes. This is bad, Agent. We need to get this briefcase. Oh, that looks like the mimic mask they're talking about. Agent, take this tracking device. Can you hide it away in that mask somewhere? Ah, good thinking, Agent. They won't be able to find the tracking device in there. Make sure to put the mask back together when you're done. Excellent work, Agent. Now, all we need to do is quick, hide, or I don't know, find a disguise or something. Whew, well, that was too close for comfort. Put the mask back where you found it, will you? Good. Now get out of there before the fabricator comes back.
At this rate, he could have the world at his feet by the end of the week. We need to stop Juniper, and fast.
That briefcase the fabricator made for Juniper. Well, that must be what he's been building toward. I've traced the mask you bugged to a castle in the Alps. If Juniper's there, the briefcase must be too. You need to find it and get it out of there. Well, one way or another, you're in. When you get back, you should get that eye looked at. That butler has a nasty left hook. Well, he can sleep it off in that box. On the bright side, his position is yours for the taking. Ha! Now's your chance. Convince them that you're this Gibson fellow. Mimic mask. It's down here, but where? Sounds like Juniper buys your cover. Now, you've got to find a way for them to send you that briefcase. If we can get Juniper to panic, I bet he'll show us where the briefcase is. 6 against 1. Maybe you should even the odds. That must be the briefcase. Now, if you can just... Yes, a way out! Come back to the van, quickly! Agent! Finally, I've been trying to reach you for hours. It's me, I promise. Let's see, your favorite color is, you'll just have to trust me on this. I was following the signal from Juniper's mask, but he's long gone. I think I'm somewhere nearby, but I can't pinpoint your location. I'm near a water tower. If you see it, can you signal where you are somehow? I assume the laser lighting up the water tower is you. Good thinking, Agent. Now let's get you out of there.
Juniper's got some nerve thinking he could impersonate me. You're lucky my tracking skills are still up to snuff. The bad news is, he's got that briefcase, and our window to stop him is rapidly closing.
This is it, Agent. You'll be walking right into enemy territory. Well, if anyone can pull this off, it's you, Agent. Agent Phoenix. The Zoraxis employees are evacuating the building. Juniper must be getting ready to launch the nuclear missiles. Get to the top of the tower. All right, you're about halfway there. I think that up ahead... Agent, you've got company! The heads of state! Agent, can you find a way to open those cells? Good. Looks like the heads of state are going to get clear. How do we get this elevator back up and running? There! That's the briefcase! Get it, now! Just, focus. You can do this. Ignore that. You're almost there. Yes, you've got it! Oh, no, that can't be it! But Agent, without power, you'll fall to your death! Agent!
To the Illustrated Agency Board of Directors, from Agent Supervisor him. This is my final report on the Juniper incident. Shortly after the television broadcast cut out, Zoraxis Defense Headquarters was destroyed in an enormous blast. The agent at the scene, hereafter referred to as Agent Phoenix, well, we haven't found a body yet. If they did survive. Well, right before they disarmed the warheads, Dr. Zor addressed the agent directly. If Zor's taken a personal interest, well, to be plain, It is my strong recommendation that we prepare for direct engagement. Thanks to Agent Phoenix, Zoraxis cannot operate in the dark anymore. Zor's strategy is already changing, and we need to be prepared for anything.
Who in the world is... I can't believe it. Agent Phoenix once again living up to your name. I couldn't get rid of you if I wanted to. And believe me, I don't. Speaking of explosion, you all right? Looks like your TK is okay. Good thing. We wouldn't want something attached to all our agents' brains to malfunction. Here, I'll walk you through the rest of it. Just like old times. That was not my fault. You'll need to solder those wires on the back before attempting a manual reactivation. There should be a soldering gun in that desk. If there's not, someone messed up. That's the Agent Phoenix I remember. Good turning. I'm glad you remembered the week-long turning camp we had last year. Only one electrical box left to activate before power is fully restored, and I can safely flip this switch in front of me. Oh, it's so tempting, Agent. Well, I dare say you and I are back on the job. I never thought I'd be saying that again after we lost you. I'll spare you the sentimentality, but... well, I was ready to call it a day after that Juniper business. But we're a team. If you're here, I'm here. Speaking of which, I have just the mission for the great Agent Phoenix. Well, look at this place. I like what you've done with it. Well, nothing looks out of the ordinary besides, well, everything that looks out of the ordinary. Oh, that's, I can't believe she still has that. That was a long time ago. That's the agency bar cart that comes with every agency home. Mine is less, modified. Ha! Instant attraction, he says. That's a thinking person's joke. Ha ha! A little snack. And micro, because micro is little. What a sense of humor. I'm really warming up to this robot. I didn't like that one. I never trusted Dr. Prism's robots, but he seems like a nice guy. Our robot friend is certainly happy for us. Dr. Prism's research has to be somewhere in this computer, if you can figure out how to use it. Is there a thing to make it go? Computer turn on! No, that didn't work. That's it! Oh, well, boot up failed sounds problematic. He better not have done anything to Dr. Prism. Looks like that's a slower poison, so you have precious time to find an antidote. I can't believe that robot betrayed us like that. I put all my trust in him. Not to rush you, but an antidote would be really good right about now. Looks like you have to make the antidote. Nothing can ever just be easy, can it? Good, you're safe from the poison. Oh, I hope Dr. Prism survived as well. That's the chinesium research we're looking for. Well done. I told you this would be an easy mission. Agent, you're in a tight spot. Look for an opening. There must be some weakness to this robot butler secret agent robot. That's it. You took out... Wait a moment. Look there. Inside of the robot. Is that chinesium? Agent, grab that chinesium crystal. Dr. Prism isn't missing. And she's working with Zor? I think I need a moment. Come back to base, Agent. Dr. Prism, the mind behind telekinesis, working with Zor, the mind behind, well, every evil thing we've ever thwarted at the agency. To say we're in trouble would be like saying I enjoy tweed jackets. A gross understatement. You've brought back a little souvenir from your mission. I suppose that's fine, just don't clutter up the place. Well, this mine looks less abandoned than I anticipated. That was in someone else's mouth. I need you to know that. Scanning the mug is a good idea, but we need great ideas. Have one of those ideas. There's more than one. Well, this is at least double the robots we faced last time. Okay, stabilize the chinesium. Easy, done it a million times. Just stabilize the chinesium. Wonderful. I'll remember to assign you to all plumbing missions in the future. Agent! Can you hear me? Agent! Thank goodness. Dr. Prism continues to think too little of you. Hurry, ride the elevator back up here before the entire mine collapses. We can add a giant mining drill to the ever-expanding list of things I didn't worry about until I met you. Never a dull moment with us. Now, see you back at base. It seems Dr. Prism's robots now have capabilities rivaling your own, Agent. And I imagine she'll continue to improve them until they can finally kill you. Bring
Taking things back from your missions isn't prohibited by agency protocol, but there's a fine line between collecting and stealing. I have good news and bad news. The bad news is the truck from the mines has entered a dead zone for our tracking system on a bridge over the Bering Strait, leaving us blind. The agency tracking system developers have been sacked. The good news is the crew back at HQ bought you a car. Well, they built you a car. Well, it wasn't originally for you, but it is now. I'm in the van in front of you. Don't worry, I only crashed 3 vans when I was a field agent. Are you okay? Those ejector seats have killed more agents than they've saved. Actually, that seems like an issue. Are you enjoying that, Frankfurter? Only you would get food somewhere on your way to a high-stakes mission. You know I adore decent Alaska, Agent, but I need a little smokiness with my Frankfurters. Is that the perfectly balanced condiments, the fluffy bun, and even the hint of smoke? Why, it's the perfect Frankfurter. You really should focus on your mission, but this... Oh, this is delicious. Oh, the car is in autopilot because the agency has trust issues. You'll have to find a way around it. The old knife as a screwdriver. The very first thing we teach during basic training. Some wires. I'll start drafting an apology letter to our autopilot engineers. When you return the car, we'll tell them you found it like that. Oh, well, you are either very strong or that steering wheel was not attached correctly. Could go either way. I'm all for a jaunty tune, Agent. Just remember why we're here. Agent, please do not hit the van. My control over this thing could be described as tenuous at best. You hit my van again. We need to chat about your angry driving. Listen, there are only so many times I'll put up with hitting my van. Apparently it's at least 3. You're apparently enjoying getting a rise out of me, so I will no longer comment on these collisions. I'm taking the high road. Yes, that's the idea. Feel free to use my van for target practice. You'll need it. Maybe that's enough target practice. You seem ready for that truck. That is one heavy door. You may need more than your telekinesis for this one. We actually accounted for you shattering the windshield in the budget. Fire is deadly when it's all over you. Try not to go into the fire, Agent. It's not good for the car. Well, who needs a sunroof when you're stealing chinesium anyway? Apparently not you. You just blew a fuse, and I left the spares at home. Figures. Looks like we don't need to make next year's model fireproof after all. Handle that robot. I'll go after Prism. It has data stored in its, data storage places, so we're in luck. You'll either prove her wrong, or prove her right. You're dead in that second scenario, in case that wasn't clear. I see you've brought back something from your mission. Very nice. I'm sure we'll all be oohing and ahhing over it for many years to come. The incoming capsule has your next mission. When's the last time you wore a wetsuit? We'll need some time to find the location of Dr. Prism's factory from that robot. In the meantime, you don't get to rest. Your mission is to infiltrate that lab and see if chinesium is being used. And if it is, well, you know what we do to places with chinesium. Yes, that's the button to the door you pried open on your way in. Next time, perhaps we find the door button first. I'd stop eating so many of those. Instead of food coloring, they get their alluring hue from pure lead. It's actually kind of impressive how much lead there is. Don't send him a raw fish from the sea. You'll give him a bellyache. They'll be protected. How? And from what? And who? Wait, we know that last one. Your expert manipulation of numbers seems to have activated that machine. And it has a canister of chinesium in it. Well, let's see how it fits with the rest of the experiments happening here. Agent, are you okay? Just like what happened in the mines. So they were destabilizing chinesium down here, just like you did in the mines. But why? That's probably nothing to worry about. Focus on the chinesium experiments. Don't let the terrifying implications of that tape distract you. Great decoding work, Agent, but we don't have a Zoraxis ID. You'll have to convince Ollie you don't need one. That was Zor, and it was addressed to you. What did Zor mean about an end planned for Prism? I don't like this. Tread carefully, Agent. That is a lot of chinesium. Probably just the wind. Underwater wind. Agent, I have 0 experience dealing with giant security squids, but you're safe in the lab. It can't get you in there. It can get you in there. Nowhere is safe. An overloaded power generator causing fires in an underwater lab. This squid truly has a cruel sense of irony. It has more tentacles than I can count. That did it. Ha!
Good work, Agent, and good riddance. Well, another successful mission where we both stayed very composed and professional the entire time. I think we deserve a... Good God, the giant squid is back! I'm putting on my wetsuit, Agent. I'm coming!
7.
I'll save you!
Hold your breath, Agent! If your lungs fill with water, you'll die! And I was halfway into my wetsuit, I swear. I'm sending someone to pick you up.
I hope Ollie made it out, and I hope that squid left, never to return. I hope a lot of things. You do find the neatest little souvenirs on your missions. Someday, after you die, I'll put them all in a museum and charge an exorbitant fee for entry. The location is an old abandoned ski lodge in Japan owned by Zoraxis, shut down for numerous safety violations. This gondola is the only way to Prism's factory. She may not know Zor's plans, but I bet she knows where Zor is. The shield generator is in that case in front of you. Keep it safe, and get that gondola moving. If I had a penny for every penny I'd pressed, I'd have a pretty penny. I know we're on task here, but a penny pressed is a penny earned, as they say. Oh, I was going to ask for that after the mission, but yes, this is good too. Testing the limits of the penny press is just good field work. A crate of fireworks. What evil was Zor planning with those? We reverse-engineered the shield generator to build that nifty case for you. It should keep the chinesium in your brain from destabilizing if something goes wrong. Ha! It worked! To be honest, I had my doubts. The agency's track record with inventions has been less than stellar since Dr. Prism left. I love secret safes. They, Wait, is that bear moving? That's how you deal with bears. Well, not real bears. Don't try that with a real bear. Never trained you in fireworks, which seems like a gross oversight now. Fireworks are the pinnacle of undercover operations. Any passerby will simply think we're celebrating. Genius. I'd say be careful or you'll put someone's eye out, but sometimes that's literally your job. Well done. The blizzard has let up a little, but in my experience, there's never just one snow machine. Nice shot! We should be able to continue now that blizzard is gone. All right, slow and steady now. Keep that shield generator close, Agent. We did not account for flying robots. We did actually account for very strong robots. Looks like their lasers may be too powerful even for them. You have an opening. Very clever, Agent. You can't program that into a robot. Agent, the fluctuations are off the charts. What did... With that wave? It's Source Project Kaboom. Agent! Agent, are you okay? That shield generator did the trick, but that gondola isn't going to hold. No time for convenience. Hook up that escape rig. Agent! Come in, Agent. There, we're back online. I can't track you through this snow. Can you send up some sort of flare so we can find you? Got it! I'm on my way. I knew Zor was evil, but this... There was still the potential to convince Dr. Prism to use her robots for good. Now, that future is gone. With or without it, we have to stop Zor from killing every agent in the world, like they did with those poor robots. Dr. Prism went there to take down Zor herself, but she's not a field agent. You're the best there is, Agent Phoenix. And she needs you, whether she knows it or not. Keep a low profile. We want to stay unnoticed for as long as possible. Zor knows we're here. Watch out, Agent. Nice work. We should focus on finding... What in the world are those? Roxana, you've seen Agent Phoenix in action. You know we can help. Sounds like something we can get behind. Let's move your cabin closer, Agent. I may not know much, but I know that generator has too much lava in it. Well, as compliments go, I would take it. Breaking Zor's things usually works out for us, though I suppose we do need to get this cabin moving. Offline destabilizer sounds better than destroying the entire facility. That's progress. What's happening in there? I'm getting intense seismic readings. Roxana! Agent, you have to do something! Evacuation protocols for our agents are happening around the world. Everything rides on you getting rid of those red lights on that panel. You're doing very well, Agent. At least I assume so. I don't understand any of this.
Same old Reginald. Keep it up, Phoenix. I don't plan on losing another one of my creations today.
I think she means you. Well, she did invent the implant in your head, after all. I may not know all the technical ins and outs of this thing like Dr. Prism does, but I know you, Agent. And I know her trust in you is well placed. Let's all end this. Together. You've got it. Now get out of there. I don't accept impossible, Agent.
find a way to bring those destabilizers closer to the chinesium. Don't give up, Agent. You have to tighten those destabilizers around the chinesium. Agent, this is actually going to work. This is... Roxana! The whole place is coming down! Get out of there! Agent. Agent. Ah, there you are. I see Roxana managed to get you to safety after all. You two were brilliant back there. All our agents are safe, which reminds me of this time I remember... And that's why I don't trust chickens anymore. Anyway, enough about my personal life. I hope you know the agency values you immensely, Agent. Enjoy that beach, and get back to HQ soon. Well, maybe not too soon.
I'm your new handler!
Oh, you get away from that! You're not anyone's handler. Go bother someone else. An agent's work is never done. If you review your mission tapes, you'll find there are still things that need doing. Congratulations on your new watch for an efficient mission. I hope you give it to me someday, because I like watches. Your impressive speed deserves recognition, in watch form. If I had a watch for every time I completed a mission quickly, I'd have 0 watches. You're faster than I ever was. Next time you make quick work of a mission, you can look at your brand new watch from the agency and know you're a valued agent. Welcome back, Agent. I want you to know I don't just sit around and wait for you to check in. I have other things going on too. Important things. Things that would blow your mind. Welcome back to Babadag, Agent. Your office at HQ is being renovated, so you can just set up shop there until that's all cleared up. Shouldn't be more than a few years. Back on the job, Agent? I admire your dedication to the craft. And personally, I also dedicate myself to a craft. And no, it's not being your handler. It's corn husking. I'm a husking man. Good to see you, Agent. Do you remember when I gave you $5? I think you thought that was a gift. It was not. Please give me back my $5. You're a sight for sore eyes, Agent. My eyes aren't sore, mind you. It's just an expression. Perhaps I should say that you're a sight for perfectly healthy eyes, just to clear the air of any confusion. Agent, it's a good thing you've returned. Do you recall that time you told me my hair was a mess? Well, I just wanted to thank you. I've felt guilty for years for never thanking you, and now that weight has been lifted. Agent, I'm glad you're back. I have an important mission for you. Wait, no, that's my grocery list. Never mind. Unless you wouldn't mind... No, that would be a waste of agency resources. Ah, you're here, Agent. I have a question for you. Here it goes. Which hand is your favorite? That one? Really? No, you can't take it back. I feel like I know more about you now.